I'm making really good progress with the Type 65, but today we're gonna do the wiring and we're gonna really start figuring out how the dashboard is gonna look. So let's get into it. So since my dashboard is gonna have some different things outside of what the kit normally comes with, what I'm gonna do is I'm literally gonna trace out with a marker this giant piece of cardboard, and then I'm gonna mock up how I want my dash to look on the cardboard. So when I cut that all up, it won't be so bad. Then I make my final adjustments on where I want to put it on the actual dashboard itself. So let's stencil it out. So here's where I'm at with the wiring. The cardboard cutout set up. I have my main gauges there. I'm thinking of putting the radio there, wipers there, or no, the directionals, ignition, maybe wipers, something else there. Just for the sake of not being too jumbled there, I think I'm gonna mount the AC controls somewhere on this panel. I've seen people do that before, so that might be okay. I have most of the wires run for the back through that one grommet, and then those run through the transmission tunnel, and then up and through here, all the way to the back. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, but normally when I run these things, I like to run all of the wires first and then put a wire loom on it last, because I've found I always end up adding stuff and I don't wanna create more work for myself. The front panel, most of the wires are coming through there. And then I am gonna zip tie it here so it stays away from the rack. And then I just use some riv nuts right there so I can easily take the fuse box on and off. And the panel there seems pretty good. I went with a Rebel wiring harness. It's LS based. It has 16 circuits, which I think is going to work fine for me. And then up here, running the front harness around through that grommet and out. I think I'm going to have some of the wires up here and the rest of them running down there. And I have a lot of extra left over to go to the battery, AC controls, headlights, everything's going to go through there. So all those wires are going to go through there. It all looks like a mess now, but I'm just starting. And I don't want to cut anything or clip anything on permanently because it's probably going to move. But that's the situation on the wiring currently. I'm just slowly going to methodically work my way through. I think at some point all the panels are going to come out as well. Either Raptor line those or take them somewhere to get coated. I do have like sound deadening that goes through the whole thing, but any extra sound deadening that I can do, I might as well do it now while everything's apart. If you like what we're doing and you want to see more of it, YouTube is not going to show you unless you hit the subscribe button and the like button. So make sure you go ahead and do that right now. There we go. Now you can watch more of our crap. I'm not a fabricator. Never claimed to be. But we're fabricating stuff. A couple bends, couple cuts. I'll show you where this goes. So, this actually not part of the kit. We're making it ourselves because this is where we're going to put some different switches. I think if I could mount the key, ignition key, I don't know if it'll mount there because it's low, but I'm going to try to put the AC controls here, which might work out. But this is obviously going to get carpeted over, but it's just an extra panel that we have that we're going to use. All right, so with it out, I just got the clip screws just holding it in from behind, and then so it can easily be taken on or off. If I have to, I can flip them around. And then I'm going to drill holes, and that's where I think we're going to put the AC controls here. So I'm going to put it back in the car and start to draw out what I want. If you're looking for a great way to support the channel, check out lowboostfilms.com. I have a bunch of different merchandise and car parts that I've reviewed on the channel that I know work well on sale there for a good price. So make sure you check out lowboostfilms.com. So I think now that I have that panel down here at the bottom, I kind of marked out where the holes will be for the air conditioning system. I'll put it right in the middle there. And then I'm gonna put my two vents there and there with the navigation unit there. That's gonna give me a lot more space to work with down here. I could put maybe a hazard light there, something else here. So it's just kind of mocking up how I want everything to go. But I have a lot more space by having that one little panel there. And like I said, when it's all done, it'll be carpeted or wrapped with leather or however I want to do the dash. So it's in. Now we're just going to keep mocking stuff up. So that's where the gauges are. They don't have them in yet, but that's where they're going to go. I think I could put like blinkers up here and maybe the ignition there or directional. Okay, so with that extra panel there, I was able to add 2 separate spots. This is cell phone charger and actually has the volts that'll show up there at any given time. And this is like your conventional cigarette lighter. So we got 2 charging ports. The AC controls fit fine there. I had to do some drilling behind it, but it worked. Next, I gotta cut holes in these, and we will be ready to kind of finish out what we're gonna do with the rest. Now that I know where those are gonna be, I have some space here. Yeah, we'll figure it out. So I'm kind of mocking up how I want the radio to look in here. I made a panel that comes out a little bit. And I'm just using this big thing to mock up the size of it. But that'll come out enough so that the radio will kind of be tilted towards me. Like, obviously, it'll be like that when it's in the car. I mean, that's pretty cool. Kind of partially recessed, facing the driver, aka me. I love it. Well, it worked. All right, so that's kind of what it looks like. All right, we got AC controls, USB, and the radio is kind of angled at the driver. Driver focused here. And we got the 2 AC vents that are there. So I'm kind of liking the way that is. You can see here on that side. There. So next up, we're going to continue our way with the wiring and make sure everything is all squared away with that. I'm also going to take the extra step and put some Deutsch connectors on. That way I could take the dashboard out or the wiring harness out or parts of the wiring harness out without having to like completely redo all of the wiring. That way I can have quick connect and disconnect points to do. Also, we're going to do the fuel pump and the fuel lines in the next episode. So make sure you guys stick around for that. If you can't wait until next week's episode, make sure to check out these videos that I already have ready to go.